Revenge films.
An apartment complex that a house builder made 3 years ago. All houses had an open exterior. My friend moved into one of those houses. However, he was bothered by the extremely high water bills he got after his move. When we compared his water bill to my family's, his water bills were as high as ours, when we were a family of 4. I did think that was strange. Is there any reason that might come to mind? Thing is, I have none. You live alone, so there are times where you leave the house open when you travel for work, right? That's right. If anything, the water bills are higher when I'm not at home for work. Maybe the water pipes are broken? I had them checked once, but they were perfectly fine. I see. What is it really? We were both confused. However, one summer, my friend got a high fever, so he took a day off from work. That was when he heard children frolicking in the streets and couldn't sleep. Thus, he looked outside. To his surprise, he saw the children's moms using the house's water supply to fill up a pool. Because he had a high fever, he thought once that it might be a hallucination. After the moms filled up a huge plastic pool that fit 8 children, they attached a shower head onto the hose and were sprinkling them onto the children while letting out laughters of joy. My friend set up a video camera that he bought for his pet and continued watching the scene.
Yoo-hoo! We have watermelon,
said one mother. With that, the children gathered on the wood deck he had in his yard. They sat on the chairs with their bodies still wet and started spitting out watermelon seeds facing the yard. They were competing who could spit them out the farthest, because he was feeling sick that day and was sleeping. I think the intruders didn't realize he was there and trespassed into the yard. The children were running around and spitting out watermelon seeds everywhere. And none of the adults stopped them. Thinking he needed evidence, he continued filming the scene and silently called for 911. After he explained the situation, the police came. However, the moms pretended like this house was theirs and smiled as they let the police car run by and even bowed to greet them.
Look, that's a police car, children,
the mom said. However, the policeman told the moms, I got a report from the owner of this house. I heard you intruded into his yard and used his water supply. With that, they suddenly looked surprised and said,
What? Nobody lives here, right? I mean, this is our house.
Please tell me your name. I will confirm, said the police.
Name?
She said. But because my friend hadn't installed a door plate, nobody was able to answer the question. When the police rang the doorbell and my friend opened the door, they said,
Why? I thought the house was empty. Why are you here?
The mom started complaining altogether. My friend was extremely worn out because of his high fever, but said, That's something I would like to ask. Why are you guys here? This is my house.
Well, why not? You're just borrowing it a little. What's wrong with sitting in your chair?
Then my friend showed the policeman the footage he had taken. Then what's this? I don't think I ever gave you permission to use my water supply. And I hope you can explain why you were eating and making a mess in my yard. Because he had evidence, the moms weren't able to do anything and just stood there silent. At first, the salesman of the house building company came to check up several times, asking, Is there any trouble? You've been checking out these houses every day and you didn't notice? He screamed. With that, the salesperson ran around the house in a panic. Although my friend already had proof of content ready to show the lawyer, the salesman had said, The truth is, we wanted to stop them, but we just couldn't say anything. The salesman and their wives came to apologize to my friend right away. The other 4 families became defiant and claimed,
It was just one day.
But he knew it wasn't just that day. Since they didn't seem sorry at all, he sent them the certificate of content. Then, 2 families got scared, seeing that he had a lawyer backing them up. They came to his house.
I'm so sorry. We deeply apologize. Please spare us from going to court.
They apologized. Because of their attitude in the beginning, my friend did think about what to do. But because it was troublesome and they seemed sorry, he decided to let them go without taking it to court. However, the other 2 families were really stubborn and ignored the certificate of content. With that, my friend decided to take act of force and take it to court. When the mother's husbands found that out, they headed to my friend's house in a hurry. The husbands kneeled on the ground as they apologized. "Please don't sue us! We will pay settlement money!" they said.
Huh? I don't want to pay money. Let's take it to court.
Their wife said back. My friend truly wondered if she knew what taking it to court meant, but the husband said, "That's enough! We all know we will lose if we take it to court. My trust at work will crumble down if we do that. Gosh! Besides, you guys did something that terrible that it could be taken to court, you know? Don't you realize that the situation will be worse if we don't settle it right now?"
All we did is use his water supply a little. So stingy.
A little, you say? You trespassed into a stranger's house and acted like thieves! And we know you did that many times! What are you talking about? They started fighting in front of the house. My friend then realized that the wife was just really dumb. After all, one couple out of the two got a divorce and the other lived a life being surveilled under her mother-in-law. The wife, who was surveilled by her mother-in-law, said,
No way! I don't want to live with her.
She couldn't take it after a while. "You used a stranger's water supply and trespassed into their territory. What are you talking about? If you're sued, you're over. That's why we need my mother to watch over an idiot like you." She had no say in that. However, she was apparently bullied by her mother-in-law every day and her husband never helped her. Thus, that couple was also on the verge of divorce. After all, my friend, with the help of his lawyer, was able to get compensation money and the 3 years' worth of water and electricity bills, as well as the money needed to hire a cleaning service for his lawn. He demanded quite a high price, but they paid it without any rebellion. That was how much the husbands didn't want the police to interfere. He claimed electricity money as well because there was an electrical outlet outside. Because the wives were the type of people to use their water freely, he thought that they were probably using the electricity as well. "You used electricity too, right?" the lawyer asked in a leading question.
Huh? I didn't.
She said at first, but according to the neighbors,
Oh? They were often having barbecue and baking pancakes in the yard. And they were charging their phones too.
they got several testimonies like that. When the lawyer told them and asked once more, she realized that she couldn't get away and admitted her crime. By the way, because the moms were using the yard so many times, the neighbors thought that they had gotten permission from my friend. So when she heard that he hadn't given them the permission at all, she was really surprised. Of course, after this incident was solved, my friend's utility costs went down drastically. And because he went around the neighborhood asking for evidence, the wives' actions spread across the neighborhood when they saw them around.
Look, it's her. She's the one who intruded into the house and used the water and electricity supply without permission. I can't believe they'd do that while the owner is away. What do you think about such grown-ups with no common sense?
They gossiped. But when you think about it, it really is scary to have a stranger intrude into your house while you're away, and they use your water and electricity supply too. We found out later that those moms had a small yard with a water supply outside too. But when my friend moved into that house, and because he was often away home from work, they were attracted to the large yard and with both electricity and water supply, and decided to invite other mom friends and party there. As a result, my friend was paying for the utility costs that other people were using. But because he got a load of compensation money from all families, my positive friend was quite happy about the extra money he earned.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.